Hello, welcome back to Doing Bart Things, and today I have not one, but two case reviews. So we have a case that I bought for a build for my kiddo. This is the Phanteks G300A. It is, I think, a really good value. I'm really shocked actually, kind of at the proportions, the build quality. I'm going to keep what I paid for it towards the end of this, because when I tell you that, you may get an idea that it was a pretty good purchase. So let's start from the front. So as you can see here, the front panel is full mesh. That's going to enable some good flow pass through for fans and whatnot. You have the power button that's facing this way, which is awesome if you have a cat that jumps on top of your case, because they hopefully will not turn it off for you. On top, we have a reset button, which could be problematic for said cat. We have a USB type A, and then we have a USB type C, and a combined audio mic port jack there. We have a dust filter covering up two 120 millimeter fan mountings. Let's see. On the side, we have full tempered glass panel. Well, not quite full. You have this covering down here that covers where the power supply is, which honestly is just fine. I'm not so sure I'm a giant fan of having this open and showing out your power supply anyway. Backside is pretty normal. You do have these thumb screws. Now, the thumb screws for the panel, I was pleasantly surprised. You can actually twist these and open them right out of the box with your thumb and hand. Lately, in cases I've been messing with, you almost have to have King Kong strength in order to open this. Like, they're screwed down so tight you can't. But this is pleasantly surprised I was able to do that. You have, oh, these are not captive on the back here. These are the thumb screws that hold this bracket in, and you can take this bracket off, and then you can access the PCI ports, which, if we get to a build video, maybe I'll show you later. I don't know if I'm gonna do a build video for this case specifically. This is gonna be my daughter's PC, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually show that whole build on video. I've got another case over here called the Geometric Future M4. That's gonna be a total different deal. That probably will be something I actually show a build in, because it's all new stuff, mostly. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. Going around the backside, nothing to see here, just a panel, again with captive thumb screws. This comes off. Let's check out the panel. A little wobbly. So it's not, you know, the most expensive panel ever made, but then again, this is a budget case, so it should be fine. Plenty of room down here for your power supply. There is a power supply dust filter. So this is actually it's good metal mesh, like, dust filter. That's good, because sometimes they really cheapen out and put, like, on a case this price, they will put a very cheap magnetic, not even a magnetic, like a clip-in piece of deal that sucks. And so I'm happy to see that. That's actually pretty good. Let's get this back in here. Hope I'm not messing up the table too bad doing this. Word to the wise, put something down on your table before you start messing with cases, would be my suggestion. You don't mess stuff up. There we go. All right. So it's like the quick walk around. Now, let's look at the inside. Come here. Let's take this glass panel off. This part down here does not come off, but the glass panel does. It's got two captive thumb screws, pops, and then just leans forward and comes out. Okay, so one interesting thing about the inside is, I don't know if you can see this, but there's kind of like this ramp here. And what I think the deal for that is obviously you put your fans in, right? They're blowing air. The bottom fan, if this wasn't here, a lot of the bottom fan air would probably get caught underneath this solid shroud. but rather it actually, some of it will ramp up here and actually go towards your GPU, which I think is a really good thing. I'm actually surprised by the room in here. It looks like you could fit a giant GPU in here. It probably would fit a 4090 even, like one of the Strix 4090s. And I bet that's what this cutout here is for. It's so that when you go to mount that in there, it'll actually go in. And you can still get front fans. So if I pull the front panel off, like so, bang off the table again. Wife's gonna be super excited about that. You can see that these, this rack here for the fans actually protrudes out. That's gotta be over 30 millimeters. It might be 30 millimeters. But I think that it would totally fit 3 thick 120 millimeter fans. So you could definitely put some good static pressure fans in here to pull air through this mesh, which is pretty porous. Like I think airflow in this case actually is gonna be really good. So yeah, no complaints there. And that's not too unrigid. It's no different than the other fan mount that I've mounted stuff to before. So that's pretty good in all actuality. If we come around back to the back side again, I'm gonna take this back panel off one more time. So obviously your power supply goes in here. There is no, like on some cases you'll have where you can unscrew and then pull out a bracket and mount your power supply to it and put it in. That's not here, so you can't do that. But it does have at least the decent sort of rubber grommets that you can put the power supply on. The fan of the power supply goes down, obviously, to pull air through this mesh. As far as hard drives go, well, we've got a little bit of support here. I think it will take a couple of 2.5-inch drives. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think you can put a 3.5-inch back here, honestly. So that may be one drawback. Like if you're looking to have some 3.5-inch drives, like some mechanical drives, you probably want to look elsewhere. I'm just looking at this kind of thinking, I don't think this is the, even if you have a mount somewhere, you probably wouldn't want to mount it inside this case. Maybe like this might be the mount down here. I don't know if you can see that. These holes right here, you might be able to put, I bet that's for a, my daughter is filming, by the way, so kudos to her for this, but you might be able to get like a 3.5-inch down here. I bet on these grommets, there's probably a screw in there somewhere. If I flip the case upright, yeah, you can see how you can get to the holes. So that's probably what that's for. I haven't even looked at the manual or anything to see. I don't know if I really like that. I guess, you know, if you wanted one spinny drive, you could do that, but if you're really into mechanical drives, I would probably suggest a different case. I think this is a fantastic case for someone who just wants a compact gaming rig. This case is a lot more compact than I thought it was going to be. Just looking at pictures online, I didn't think it was going to be quite this compact. It's actually really gotten me kind of like excited for the build. Now, they do sell another version of this case that comes with 3 ARGB fans in the front, like this one. This one only comes with this one, which is fine. Yeah, other than that, it's a very straightforward case. Nothing here is crazy or out of the way. It does have the mustard cables, not black cables for your HD audio, which, I mean, again, when I tell you the price of this case, you'll get that that's not a problem. So let's pull the accessory packet out of here and have a look at that, shall we? Let's see. Oh, am I going the wrong way? Brilliant. There we go. Good job, buddy. All right, let's see what we get in here. Yeah, so we get basically one bag. Looks like it's got some zip ties in there. It's got a, yep, it's got an ARGB 3-pin. Could be good. It's got your necessary screws, probably for the hard drive and the well, the storage, the 2.5-inch drive mounts and stuff. This pretty much comes in the box. It's got some instructions. Phanteks has been known for really good instructions in the past. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that here. So what do we think? What's the takeaway? Honestly, I'm having a really tough time figuring out what else somebody needs. If I was going to build a very normal system, not something that I was thinking about going crazy on, just a good gaming system, maybe even a pretty high performance gaming system. Depends on what CPU I was going to go for. The Intel 13th gen and 14th gen, I might consider building in something else, only because unless I was going to do something maybe air cooled with one of the lower end ones, or put a 240AA on the top. I'm not really, for your general public, I'm not recommending any of the like 13900 or 14900Ks. I actually bought a 14900K and it was just, there was no rhyme or reason to it really. It just was too much. It just generated too much heat output. I still stand by 14700K, 13700K, 13600K, 14600K, 14700K. Like those mid and lower end SKUs, if you're going to go Intel, I think are probably the way to go for basically everybody. I believe the 7800X3D, like which I'm planning on putting in this geometric feature over here, would work fantastic in this case. Any of the AMD stuff, all the way up to the 7950X would work, I think, pretty well in here, because I know for a fact you can get those fairly decently cooled with the 240 AIO or a big air cooler. And any of your big air coolers, I think Thermal Right has a $35 air cooler that's, what is it called? I want to say it's the Phantom Spirit. It's a 120 mil fan cooler. I think it would fit in here just right, and it's like 35 bucks. So that's pretty good. Now, having said that, obviously it doesn't have a ton of features. What do you say this case would cost somebody? 100 bucks? 60 bucks? Try this. I bought this case shipped to my door for $37. 37 bucks. And I don't think you need anything else is the deal. Like, it's great. So I was like, awesome. Now they sell like I was mentioning earlier, they sell one that's got all the RGB fans in the front. That one costs $69 and I think has like a $5 coupon off, which if you consider each one of these fans are about 10 bucks, 37 bucks plus 30 bucks is 67 bucks. So they're charging you for the extra fans is really what they're doing. And maybe a controller, you know, to handle the ARGB that comes with that. So I think this is a great little case. I think anybody that I was going to just build something for would be none the wiser and would be very happy with this case. I'm really excited to see, once I put the stuff in here from this giant Lane Cold Mesh 2 I got over here, I'm really excited to see what this looks like. So I think this would be really good. I will probably, maybe, I will include this, I think, in another video when I complete the other build and just show this kind of build maybe completed to give folks an idea of what it looks like. I don't have all the matching fans and everything, but we'll see how it goes. So that's it. So guys, listen, I really appreciate you, you know, hanging out with me and taking a look at this case. This is the first ever review I've done of a case. Hopefully my daughter's recorded it well. We'll see how that goes. I appreciate her help. But anyway, like and subscribe if you would. Otherwise, have a fantastic weekend, and thank you.